for medical schools in Canada. So, uwo enuabi of a CB, a baby, opeso medical school, or on one casa person medical school. Say if will be, and as when you will be, and I one casa person medical school, this is the time. All Black people, Africans, Indigenous, visible minority people, Open Medical School, this is the time. If you miss this marker, just say taking another incident like George Floyd, in order for you to gain easy admission to medical school. And then everybody must listen. If you are a Black person, Indigenous person, or visible minority and wants to go to school, medical school in Canada, this is your time. If you miss this opportunity, that's it. Everything has been made so easy. The prerequisite has been, so many things has been eliminated. The GPA has been reduced. I mean, at this point, we are just picking it from the ground. Yes, is it funny form? Funny form. Say, don't call me. Okay, so let's listen. There are 17 medical schools in Canada. Out of that 17 medical schools in Canada, 7 of them are in Ontario. So if you live in Ontario area, there's 7 medical schools that you can go to. We have McMaster, we have Northern Ontario School of Medicine, you have Queen's University, you have Toronto Metropolitan University, University of Toronto, University of Ottawa Faculty of Medicine, and then we have University of Western Ontario. So, Ebusia, this is the time. If you want to go to medical school, this is the time. Just recently in the news, a lot of students are kind of angry as to how Toronto Metropolitan University has lowered their GPA for entry-level medicine. Era, it is a this is the lowest it's been. So let's go to their website, go to TMU website, and let's go and look at the prerequisite of their medical school admission requirements. So I landed onto the site and then I just opened it. So it says academic requirements. So they have, so I'll say complete a minimum of 4-year undergraduate degree or equivalent in any program. So Akwara Wuko Schooler, you can go and take photography, ubenya a kwana kofa physical education ubenya a so long as when you are so busy I mean, so long as you're determined to learn, go and find some undergraduate program that is so cheap. Don't go into biology and stuff like that. That is so difficult for you to get like less GPA, because right now the GPA that you need to go to medical school is so cheap. If you go down below, they will throw you through a window. I mean, at this point, if you take some tiny little thing, they'll throw you out the window. So go take program that is very, very cheap, easy to do: photography, videography, social media editing, fashion, whatever. At the end of the day, you get, you get your skilled work, and at the same time you get the prerequisite or the requirement to gain admission into university. So you don't have to do the science, the core programs that usually becomes the prerequisite courses to medical school. All you need is any undergraduate program that is very easy. So 4 years. And then let's go to the GPA. The reason why people are angry, the GPA says a minimum of 3.3. My graciousness. So before, in order for you to be considered, the minimum, the lowest are, and only, you will have to have so many accolades behind this. That will probably be 3.5. But the most that the Canadian institutions were obtaining were 3.7 up to 3.9. But then you can have 3.3 GPA and be accepted into medical school, especially if you're an Indigenous descent, if you are African or Black, or if you are a visible minority. That is like LGBTQ and other, like disabled and stuff like that, right? And women. So Ebusia, I mean, this is, so all of these is, it says that in exceptional and then in addition it says in exceptional circumstances, applicants in the 3 admission pathways, we have Indigenous admission pathway, Black admission pathways, and equity deserving admission pathway. Anybody within this group with a GPA below the minimum requirements, even below 3.3, it's the 3 caught with so many accolades meaning good volunteering, good volunteerism, good community services, good activism, good church. I mean, like anything good letter, you can get for the community members to actually vouch for you. They will accept you. I'm telling you, GPA 3.3 less GPA is easy to get. I'm telling you, I went to college, I went to university. I mean, me, party, I say I was able to score that in my program. I'm telling you, anybody else can do that. I was able to score that and even more. Hey, that's the next thing. I make me back medical school. And I mean, anyway, let's see. So we have that, and then for courses, usually like science courses and stuff like that, it says no prerequisite coursework, and all of these are to remove barriers that were becoming a standing block for minorities and indigenous and blacks to be able to gain admission. I mean, we all know, I mean, we're not naive. This all stemmed from George Floyd. I mean, so hey, anyway, let's give him, kudos. And then let's say, so your transcript will be evaluated, and then you will need you need a letter of reference. So let's move on to the non-academic requirements. Non-academic requirements, I mean, obviously you have to be a citizen of Canada or a permanent resident, and then you have to write, something about yourself. It asks about autobiographical sketch of, some more important questions they want you to answer. And then your references assessment, 3 references from, I mean, you can go to your site, you will know they want employment-related reference, academic reference, and reference of choice. Meaning, if you just finished university and you're going in, obviously, you're not going to have any employment, unless if you did some employment during, or you should have volunteerism. I mean, volunteering is something that, especially Ghanaians and most African kids, African parents, we haven't empowered our children. They need those volunteering hours, and start them from churches. And then you can advance it into your communities and stuff like that. Elementary school, grade A, let them start from churches. Middle school of high school, let them start in the communities. Let them go volunteer in non-profit organizations and stuff like that. And yes, you can. Not everything has to be money. Summer programs doesn't have to be money. English proficiency, you need to be able to understand English, hear English, and then write English, because this program is only offered in English. What else is here? Students with disabilities are welcome in. Admission categories, I mean, the list is endless. If you want to go to medical school, I'm telling you, this is the time. This is the time. All my black people, this is the time. Kudos. Good luck. Okay, I will include the link in the description so that you can go to the site to look for it for yourself.